What is up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Guys Gotta Eat, made possible by the Cult of Con. That's you guys. I'm Con Man, and thank you for being here. Today, we're trying something not out of the ordinary, but it's something that's never been featured here on Guys Gotta Eat. And it just so happens that as I was down over in the area where a ton of these food establishments are located, I found one that I've been to before, but not for the longest time. In fact, I couldn't even remember that it existed until I saw the sign, and I was like, oh, they have one of those over here. We should try that for Guys Gotta Eat. So without further ado, today we are stopping off at Killer Burger today. Looks like we got some Killer Burger creamy ranch to go with our fries. That's the first thing that I saw in the bag. Let's go. And what we got today was this little thing they call, I think it's called the lunchbox deal or something. And essentially what we're looking at is what they call a pint-sized burger. And it comes with a side of fries and a small drink. And small, in my mind, is smaller than this, but they gave us a pretty good-sized beverage. Let me go ahead and explain that we're having root beer today, which is a little out of the ordinary for us. As you guys know, there is only Sprite, but apparently Killer Burger carries Pepsi products, and Pepsi doesn't have Sprite. Obviously, they have this weird drink called Starry. And I'm just going to say that even though I have never tried it, I curse it in the name of Sprite. And anyways, we're having root beer today as our beverage. But check this out. Let's see what we got here. We got the... okay. So, yeah, that's right. I did make it a double. It's a double pint burger. So, it seems like it's kind of falling out of the bun. Like 3/4 of my burger's like halfway out of the bun. Okay. Look at that. Honestly, quite beautiful. Smells fantastic. And we do have those delicious, thick-cut fries. I don't know if you can tell. And we got ranch to dip those in, so that's going to be awesome. I went ahead and made a couple of mods to this burger. It usually comes with bacon and pickles, but I've been on an anti-pork thing for the last however long. You could call it religious. You could call it scientific. You could call it superstitious. Maybe pigs are an ancient race of cursed people who have been turned into beasts. Okay, that might be a little stretch. But the point is, I'm not big on pork anymore, sorry, even though bacon is tasty. I'll do turkey bacon, but yeah. We're passing on bacon and we're passing on pickles because you guys know I don't really like pickles on burgers, okay? So without further ado, let's start with a hit of the main course right here. The double pint burger classic from Killer Burger. Let's see how they do. No burger should be attempted without napkins. Especially if you have a beard. Oh man, that's pretty good, dude. Let me get one more. Now it's hitting the spot right now. All right, we got this creamy ranch. This is Killer Burger's signature brand. Let's go. Thick cut fry. Okay. Wow. You know, fries, they're the simplest thing in the world, but somehow people manage to screw them up so much. I guess they call them chips in the UK. Absolutely delicious fries, dude. They hit the nail on the head with those. All right, let's have a swill of our mug root beer. Man, I'm feeling good today. So this is a deal box. So they're offering this for, it starts at like $10. You can add to it, obviously. I added another patty to the burger. I'm pretty hungry today. I thought I would stack on that a little bit. So we'll start by talking about the fact that we only paid something like $13 for this meal, and that seems like a lot in the grand scheme of things, because it is. I remember spending $5 and being totally full at Taco Bell back in the day. Gone are the days of super cheap lunches, but look, I've spent $25, $30 sometimes on lunch from various places, burger restaurants to say the least. And a lot of these places just don't have a burger that's this good. This is like honestly up there. You know, it's hard to rank and file these things without doing burger after burger, so you can kind of compare them one after the other. But I've had a lot of burgers. I've always been a fan of burgers, and I'll tell you that, like, this burger is up there in all of the ones that I've tried. It is definitely among the top of the group for sure. And with the price point being what it's at, it's almost like impossible to avoid. Like, it's pretty much right now probably one of the best deals in town. It's like competing with like the Applebee's price point, and the quality of the burgers like totally right there on point with a restaurant quality burger. I'm really, really glad I decided to stop in here today. The fries, man, it's got me drooling, you know. The fries are great. They're thick and they're fluffy, but they're also crispy. So, you know, you throw a little ranch on there. Excellent. It's like I said, you know, fries shouldn't be hard to get right. But I've had so many floppy fries. I've had so many, like, you know, less than delicious fries. And so, with all that being said, I'm totally stoked on how good this is right now. Like, I have no complaints. I mean, obviously, it would be better if they had the option to drink the only Sprite, the only beverage that there is, Sprite. But, you know, all things considered, I'm not mad about a mug root beer. You know, there's a mug moment for everyone. For everyone? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Enjoy a mug moment with the Cult of Con here on Guys Gotta Eat. All right. Guys, with all that being said, let's go ahead and talk business. Like I said, $13 for this meal. I think I even included a tip. It was only a couple of bucks because, you know, it was just not that much money. So percentage base, you know, whatever. I gave them a couple bucks. The size of this meal, the price point, I'm totally happy about this. Not even a big deal to add a 50-cent side of ranch or to add an extra patty on to size it up a little bit. I feel like the value is definitely there. Burger, 2 delicious, juicy patties. We got a house spread sauce. I went ahead and kept the onions, tomato, lettuce, kind of the regular staple of a cheeseburger. You know, we've got American cheese on there. Super delicious, fluffy bun, soft bun, you know, nothing like stale or rough about it at all. Really delicious and juicy burger. Fries, crisp, hot, fluffy in the middle, but nice crispy on the outside. Delicious ranch, too. I mean, they did a good job. I'm sure it's made by somebody special. It's a Lighthouse or something that they repackaged, but it's really awesome, really good. And, of course, the root beer was good. Sometimes the soda mixing on the machine's wrong. You get a watery soda. They've got everything dialed in. Killer Burger is winning the day today. And with all that being said, guys, I'm going to dive back in and finish this because I am super hungry. It's been a crazy day, big day, workout and everything. So, yeah, it's time to finish up. But, guys, we're going to go ahead and give Killer Burger an 8.5 out of 10. I know I've been really generous lately with the numbers. We're going to give it 8.5 and say that is a solid good eat. Anything over that is going to be like, we're talking about extreme goodness territory. And then this is great, you know. It's not extreme, but it is great. And I will say, Killer Burger, you win the day today. I am super happy. So with all that being said, would I recommend it? Yes, I would. 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, it's time to get back in there and finish off what I'm doing here. But guys, thank you for joining me today for another episode of Guys Gotta Eat. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of our wonderful sponsors over on patreon.com/thecultofcon. Thank you guys for helping to make this possible. And if you are watching this video and you would like to see further reviews or help buy a guy a meal, consider joining us over on patreon.com/thecultofcon. We hope to see you there. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.